Hey guys, Games for Life here, and I just finished the Glitchwalkers DLC in Astroneer. Now it's time to get a bigger base out here and start exploring more of the new planet. So I got some extra platforms, got a ton of power right here. I think I need to get some more plants as well. But I've got a ton of materials that I can use to build, and I should also get some different modules. So in this video I want to get a byte farm, a scrap farm, a trading section, get all of the modules, get even more power, and some other stuff that I'm gonna figure out throughout the video. So let's start with getting the atmospheric condenser. I have enough bytes to unlock that, and I should also have all the materials that I need. So yeah, there it is. I'm gonna use these for the byte farm, and I'm actually curious to see what kind of gases there are on Aeoluz, because we didn't figure that out while playing through the story of the DLC. Then I also want to get a ton of XL platforms, for which I'm gonna need a ton of iron, and I know just where to find it. So let's take the big rover with a drill and paver, and we can go into the crystal caves, because that's the biome with all the resources in the game, so I should find what I'm looking for there. And here it is. In case you didn't watch the story, this is a huge biome underground. You can see it right now, and it also looks really awesome, but the one beneath it looks actually even better, in my opinion at least. So let's see, I already saw some hematite coming down here, so I should be able to easily get that. To make this easier, I can start mining with the rover. So I'm gonna collect most of it this way, and I'll get this wolframite as well since it's already here. So there we go. I also found another hematite node pretty close to the first one. And I also collected way too much organic, so I need to get rid of all of this. So there we go, now I have extra space for the hematite. Oh, and there's even more up ahead, so I'll just get that too. And I don't even have to get out of the rover, there are so many resources here that I can just drive along and drill through everything. And there's even more on this side. So I'll get that too, and then I should be able to go back to the base and have a ton of iron for new platforms. I also need resin for that, but I'm gonna get that with the soil centrifuge, because I also collected a ton of soil in the back there. And I'm back at the base. Now I just have to smelt these, and it should go pretty quick because I've got the normal smelter and the portable one on there. So that should go by pretty quick, and then I'll get the other ones in there too. But I've got the atmospheric condenser, so let's see what kind of gases we have on Aeoluz. We've got hydrogen, argon, methane, nitrogen, sulfur, and helium. Okay, so we have everything at 100. That means we're gonna get it pretty quick. So I can use whichever gas I want for the byte farm. Now I just need some more atmospheric condensers and a couple research chambers. So there we go, getting another atmospheric condenser, and then I'm gonna need some more resin and compound for the research chambers. I think I should also get some more medium resource canisters. And in the meantime, let's already start getting the XL platforms. So here it goes, I'm gonna have this on repeat, and that should just go on in the background. I hope we still have enough power. Oh yeah, we do, so that's all right. And I already got started on the research chambers as well. I'm gonna have 6 of them with 2 atmospheric condensers, so those should be on 2 separate platforms, and I hope that's gonna give me a ton of bytes. I can also get this thing out of here, so I guess then I only need 5 more. I'm also getting some more plastic because I'm gonna need that for medium resource canisters. I also have a ton of graphite here, which I'm gonna use for auto arms. That's for the scrap farm and all the other farms that I'm gonna build. But the first extra large platform is almost done, so I can get started on that. And there it goes, let's unpack it, and I can get the first atmospheric condenser on here. I should also flatten a little bit more surface, and there was the medium rover flying there. I guess I'll just flatten it this way, and then I'll expand it towards the back as well. So this should be enough space for now. I'll just put these in here in the back, because I'm not gonna use them a lot. They can get power from that. I'll get started on some resource canisters as well, and then I should start unpacking these. So there it goes. I'm gonna put this on helium, because why not? It seems all of the gases get collected at the same speed on here. Now I just need to turn on all of these, and there we go. As the gas comes in, all of these are gonna get turned on, and they're gonna constantly provide bytes, because the gas production will never stop as long as we have enough power. I'll get started on some more extra large platforms, and I can also get myself another resource canister. And then here's the second byte farm platform. It should get connected like that, and all I need to do is turn this thing on. So there we go. The first platform already has all 3 research chambers going, so each of them gets me 200 bytes per minute. That should be a total of 600 per platform. I'm already getting 600, so by the time the second platform starts going as well, I'm gonna get 1200 bytes every minute, which is definitely more than enough. Now let's also unlock the trade platform. So there we go, I can get started on that and the large shredder as well. Or do I want the extra large? Let's see. I think I'd rather get the extra large shredder. So then I can also get started on the scrap farm, but let's get some of these resources in the canisters. And I should also start production of some more auto arms. I think I have some aluminum right here. So there we go, a ton of auto arms incoming. In the meantime, I'm gonna need some exo chips to actually craft the extra large shredder. So I'm gonna get this dynamite from here and I'll go on a road trip with the rover to find all of those. Then I'll be back to craft it. I got some more stuff done here. I also got a ton of exo chips and I've got a couple large storages going on repeat there. So we should start getting the steel as well. I think I have all the other things I need for the extra large shredder. So there goes the steel as well, and I can start crafting this. In the meantime, I should unlock the sensors that I need for the scrap farm, or rather for the automated trade platform that's gonna be right after it. So I'll need the storage sensor and then the count repeater. That should be all. And this is just gonna be a small scrap farm, so I'm gonna have it with soil that gets turned into resin and then into canisters, which then gets scrapped for scrap. I'm probably gonna have an aluminum one or a tungsten one further down the line, but for right now I think a soil one would be enough. So I'll need one of these platforms for the extra large shredder, and then another one should have a lot of storage space. And I'm getting a ton of bytes here, so I can unlock basically anything that I want. Actually, I should start unlocking all the stuff in here. I still need more bytes for the other things, so I'll wait until I get more from the byte farm. And I can also get started on the trade platform. I might need 2 of these. One is gonna be automated and one is gonna be for when I just need 1 item or so. But I can already get started with the extra large shredder, so that's gonna be at the end of the farm on this side. And here's gonna be the start with some soil centrifuges. That means I'll need another platform for extra storage. Oh, and I'm gonna need a ton of platforms for the auto arms, so I'd better put this on repeat. And I'm gonna get the medium platform A. I've got 12 auto arms here, so that should be enough for this. And I can get started on the auto arms, so I'll need 3 of them on this side. That's gonna take the resin from the soil centrifuge. So I'll just get them lined up like that. That should be good. Then I'm gonna have another platform right here. It's already crafting. And that's where I'm gonna craft all of the canisters. And then I'll need a couple more auto arms to get the canisters and throw them into the shredder. So this is gonna be the platform in the middle. And then 4 auto arms to grab them should be enough. I don't think the shredder can handle more than 4 canisters at a time anyway. Now I need to get some small printers with storage on here and then the soil centrifuges. And I'll use the rover to fill up some soil canisters with soil. And there we go, everything has power, so I'll need items in the selector slots of these as well, just to make sure they don't grab anything else. And then I'm gonna use some of the large storages for the soil and for the scrap, which means I'll probably need more glass, but luckily I've got a ton of quartz right here. So I'm gonna smelt all of this and then I'll come back to show you once the scrap farm is done, so we can get moving on the automated trade platform. And I'll show you how that works as well. Okay, here we go. I've got a lot more stuff set up here. So this is gonna be my trading section. I'll have medium resource canisters on the side so I can bring all the scrap in here. So here's gonna be the scrap that goes straight into the trade platform, and then the resources end up on here. I might actually want to move the portable smelter on this side as well, so I can automatically smelt anything that I get from it. So that's gonna be the trading section. Now for the scrap farm, this right here is gonna be all of the scrap farm. So I'm gonna unpack all the soil centrifuges in here. I also brought a ton more soil. Let's turn this on as well. These are gonna grab the resin from the soil centrifuge when they're done, and this platform in the middle is where the resin gets turned into small canisters, which then will get grabbed by these auto arms and placed into the shredder. I should also unpack all of these. So these are all gonna hold scrap in there, and this is gonna be the automatic trading section with the storage space in the back. I should unpack these as well. So there we go. I also have 2 medium resource canisters if I want to hold a lot more resources, and then I'm gonna have scrap in the selector slots of these auto arms, and I'm also gonna show you how to automate this. And I'll put these in here. these should start getting filled up with soil, and I'm gonna have all of them on repeat and creating resin. And we're gonna see the whole farm in action once the first batch of resin is done. So you can see it in action right here. The Autoarms are taking the resin, placing it on this platform, where all of the small printers are turning it into canisters, and then the small canisters get grabbed by these Autoarms and placed into the extra large shredder, which turns them into scrap, and we are storing the scrap on this side into the resource canisters. Now I let this run for quite a bit, so I have a ton more scrap, and then I can grab some and bring over to this other trading section. But now I need a storage sensor and a count repeater, so I'm gonna get a couple zinc. I'm gonna actually use the trade platform for that. Looks like we're getting a ton of small canisters, but there's also a lot of scrap accumulating in there. And I just stole some of it to place into the trade platform, and that's gonna get me the sphelerite that I need. And I've also got some quartz right over here. After that, I also want to get some more power items. So I want some large solar panels and some large wind turbines as well. For that, I'm gonna need aluminum alloy, glass, copper, and ceramic. So I'll actually get started with some aluminum alloy. Looks like the sphelerite just came back from the trade platform, and it's already getting smelted into zinc by the portable smelting furnace that's on here. So with that, I can start crafting the storage sensor and then also the count repeater. Now I'm gonna have the count repeater on the ground and the storage sensor placed on this platform, just making sure it's on full or empty. That means both green arrows should be on. Now this is gonna be connected to both of the Autoarms, but this Autoarm will start on, and then also to the count repeater, which will then be connected to the trade platform. And depending on what type of resource I want to get, I can change this count right here. I'll want to get some hematite. So that's 3 scrap for 2 hematite. I'm gonna need 6 scrap at a time, so I'll just set the count repeater to 6. Then once it counts to 6, it will send the trade platform automatically. And I can toggle the switch to get power in here. I'll also do this. And I guess we are kinda low on power, so it's not sending it. So when this is full, it counts once. It also turns off the first Autoarm and turns on the second one. So then the second one will grab the scrap from there, so when it's completely empty, it will count the second one. That means we'll get 2 scrap in here and have 2 counts on the count repeater. So once we get 6 scrap into the trade platform, this will count up to 6 and send it automatically to get us the hematite. Now I'll just put one into the selector slot of this Autoarm and I'll turn it on. And you can see the whole mechanism in action right here. We've got 2 scrap in there and 2 counts on that. And now you'll see when this gets full, we'll get another count. There we go, this Autoarm gets turned off and this one turned on. And that's how it works. Now we're just gonna get a ton of hematite in here, which means we can easily just turn soil into any kind of resource that we need. And this scrap farm, along with the automatic trade platform, makes that so much easier than doing it manually. Now I'll definitely need a lot more power, so I can also use this switch right here. So for that, I'll start building some large solar panels and large wind turbines. So first, let's get the solar panels. I'm gonna need glass and copper too. I'll put this on repeat and I'll get 3 large solar panels from it. So I've got the platforms prepared here. We're gonna have 3 solar panels, 3 wind turbines, and also some storage on the end. So I'm gonna build another large storage and I'll also unpack all the stuff on here. So then I'm gonna have a place for these canisters as well. I also have more bytes now, so I can start unlocking more of the stuff that's in here. And I'm getting 0 bytes per minute right now because I turned off the byte farm. That's to get more power and craft these a little bit quicker. But I'll just unlock everything that I can with the bytes I have right now. I'm starting to think we're getting resin a little bit too quick in here, because look at all the small canisters that are backed up. So I might want to get another extra large shredder and have it right next to this one. That's gonna make things go twice as fast and get us 2 times the scrap. Oh, and this is still getting hematite. I've got 13 already. So I'll leave that running for a while more. The solar panels are already done. So I'll get this set up while we wait for the wind turbines as well. I'll just put it at the end of the base on this side. Let me just flatten a little bit more surface there. And there we go, that's gonna be right here, providing more power for the whole thing. Actually, I shouldn't link it there, because then the power switch wouldn't even work anymore. So I'll just have it on this side. And there we go. Looks like we also ran out of soil in the scrap farm, but that's okay, this is still going because we've got all of these small canisters backed up. Okay, everything's set up, so let's just unpack this and connect it to power. There we go, we're getting solar, we're getting wind as well, so I should no longer have a power issue in the base. Maybe I'll also get more plants for this section of the base, but I'll see about it later. Now I can also plug the byte farm back in, so I'm still getting more bytes. I haven't unlocked everything in here, I still need just a couple more bytes, but I should get that in no time. So now I should have all of the modules except for the EXO request platform that's not available in the Glitchwalkers DLC. It actually says it's hacked, so you cannot get that, you can't complete events in here. But other than that, I've got all of the modules. I've got a byte farm, a scrap farm, an automated trade platform, also a trading section, and this new power section over on this side. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and in the meantime check out these ones. That's gonna be it for today. Cheers, Astroneers!